There is a story humans have been telling for 50,000 years. It begins the same way every time. The world is broken, darkness is winning, and then one figure rises. Stronger than the rest, braver than the rest, chosen by something greater than the rest. The hero arrives, and order is restored. You have heard this story. You have felt it in your chest. You have wanted it to be real. Here is the thing, it is real. Not the powers, not the cape, but the need. The need is ancient, biological, and it has never gone away. Every civilization, on every continent, across every era, invented the same figure. The question is why? 5,000 years ago, in the city of Uruk, a king ruled who was 2/3 god and 1/3 man. His name was Gilgamesh. He was not a metaphor. To the people of Mesopotamia, he was history, he was documented, he was real. He was stronger than any man alive. He built walls that protected his city. He journeyed to the edge of the world to find immortality. This is the oldest written story in human history, and it is a superhero story. 1,000 years later, on the other side of the world, Greece gave the world Hercules, son of Zeus, strongest man alive, cursed, broken, and yet unstoppable. 12 impossible tasks, monsters slain, a world made safer by one man's suffering. And then Achilles, half divine, invulnerable everywhere except one point. The greatest warrior who ever lived, brought down by a single hidden weakness. Notice the pattern. Superhuman ability, a fatal flaw, a world that needs saving, a cost the hero must pay. This is not coincidence, this is a template. And humans have been running this template for longer than writing has existed. Move east. India, 3,000 years ago. Arjuna, the greatest archer in existence, stands on a battlefield facing his own family. He cannot fight. He is paralyzed by doubt. And then a god speaks to him. Krishna, his charioteer, reveals the nature of the universe. Duty, dharma, the obligation to act even when it costs everything. Move further east. China, Sun Wukong, the monkey king born from stone, immune to fire, water, and death. Capable of transforming into 72 different forms, he fought the entire army of heaven and won. He was also arrogant, reckless, and had to be humbled before he could be useful. Move north. Scandinavia, Thor, not the Marvel version, the original. A red, bearded warrior god who drove a chariot pulled by goats, who defended humanity from giants and serpents and the endless cold. Who was not the smartest god, not the most powerful, but the most reliable, the one who showed up. Move to Persia. Rostam, a hero so powerful he accidentally killed his own son in battle, a man whose grief was as legendary as his strength. Move to West Africa. Sundiata Keita, the Lion King of Mali, crippled as a child, unable to walk, mocked by everyone around him. Then one day he stood, and when he stood, he never stopped. He united an empire. He became myth before he died. Every single one of these figures follows the same architecture. Power that separates them from ordinary humans. A burden that comes with that power. A world that needs them. And a cost, always a cost. The pattern is not accidental, it is neurological. Humans are the only species that plans for threats that do not exist yet. A lion does not worry about next winter. A crow does not lose sleep over a drought 3 years away, but humans do. We evolved to simulate disaster, to run worst-case scenarios in our heads, to feel fear about things that have not happened. This kept us alive. It also created a problem. If you can imagine every possible catastrophe, you need to also imagine a solution. Enter the hero. The hero is not just entertainment. The hero is the brain's answer to existential dread. When you feel small, when systems are too large to understand, when the darkness feels like it is winning, your mind reaches for a figure that is bigger than the problem. Carl Jung called this the archetype of the hero, a universal pattern baked into the human unconscious, not learned, not cultural, structural. Every culture independently arrived at the same figure because every human brain independently needs the same solution. The hero says there is something larger than your fear, and it is on your side. For most of human history, religion carried the hero. Jesus walking on water, healing the sick, dying and returning. Moses parting the sea, leading a people through the wilderness. Muhammad ascending through the heavens. These were not just spiritual figures. They were heroes in the deepest structural sense. They had powers, they had missions, they paid costs, they changed the world. Then something shifted. In the 19th century, science began explaining the mechanisms behind the miracles. Lightning was not Thor, disease was not punishment, the earth was not 6,000 years old. For millions of people, slowly, quietly, the gods became metaphors. And the brain still needed its hero. In 1938, a strange thing happened. Two teenagers in Cleveland created a man who could not be hurt, who stood for justice, who came from somewhere else to protect people who could not protect themselves. They called him Superman. He was not religious, he was not mythological, he was science fiction, and within months, he was everywhere. The timing was not coincidence. The world in 1938 was terrified. Fascism was rising, war was coming, ordinary people felt powerless against forces they could not name. Superman landed in that gap. Within 3 years, Batman arrived. A man with no powers, only will, only discipline, only the refusal to let darkness win. Then came Captain America, literally designed to fight a world war. Then the Hulk, the rage that lives inside every person who has ever been made to feel small. Then Spider-Man, the kid from Queens who never asked for any of this, who just kept showing up. Each one a different answer to the same ancient question. Who will protect us when we cannot protect ourselves? In every period of collective anxiety, hero stories surge. After World War II, Westerns dominated cinema. During the Cold War, spy thrillers, the individual against the vast invisible enemy. After September 11th, superhero films became the dominant genre of global cinema and have not stopped since. This is not the entertainment industry chasing trends. This is the entertainment industry responding to a neurological demand. Marvel alone has generated over $30 billion in box office revenue since 2008. Not because the special effects are good, but because the need is real. Gilgamesh taught his people that a king must suffer alongside his subjects. Hercules taught that strength without humility destroys everything it touches. Spider-Man taught a generation that power is not a gift, it is a responsibility. Every hero carries a value system. Every hero is an argument about how a person should behave when the stakes are highest. We did not invent superheroes because we are childish. We invented superheroes because we are afraid. And because somewhere, underneath the fear, we believe something in the human being is capable of rising to meet what terrifies it. The hero was never the story. The hero was always the mirror. So the next time you feel the pull of a story like this, the next time a caped figure on a screen makes something in your chest tighten, do not dismiss it. That feeling is 50,000 years old, and it is trying to tell you something. Subscribe to Kairos. Think sharper, know faster.